Hi everyone. In this session I am going to discuss about the unit periodic table and periodicity, in which I am going to discuss particularly about the Pauling scale of electronegativity, Mulliken scale of electronegativity, Allred Rochow scale of electronegativity, and applications of electronegativity. Let me consider each one of these points in detail. The first one is Pauling scale of electronegativity. Pauling defined electronegativity as the power of an atom in a molecule to attract electrons towards itself. It is based on an empirical relation between the bond dissociation energy and electronegativities of bonded atoms. Let me consider a reaction of the type this: half moles of AA is made react with half moles of BB to give a 1 mole of AB. Let EAB, EAA and EBB be the bond dissociation energies of AB, AA and BB respectively. It may be seen that the bond dissociation energy of AB is higher than the geometrical mean of the bond dissociation energies of AA and BB, which can be mathematically represented like this. The difference between these two is denoted by the symbol delta, and it is related to the electronegativity of A and B through this equation. Just you rearrange this equation to get an expression for the difference in electronegativities of the bonded atom, and this will be equal to 0.182 into square root of delta. The factor 0.182 arises from the conversion of bond dissociation energy from electron volt to kilocalories. This equation can be used to calculate the electronegativity of an atom by considering the electronegativity value of hydrogen is arbitrarily 2.1. Let me consider an example. Calculate the electronegativity of fluorine from the following data using Pauling's approach. So where the bond dissociation energy of HH is 104.2 kilocalories per mole, the bond dissociation energy of FF is 36.6 kilocalories per mole, and the bond dissociation energy of HF is 134.6 kilocalories per mole. Now you take this equation, delta is equal to bond dissociation energy of HF minus the geometrical mean of the bond dissociation energy of HH and FF. Then you substitute the values. It is 134.6, then it is 104.2, and this one will be 36.6. Then you simplify this, you will get the value of delta as 72.85 kilocalories. Then you take this equation, the difference in electronegativity of fluorine and hydrogen is 0.182 into square root of delta. Then you rearrange this equation to get an expression for electronegativity of fluorine. Then substitute the value and simplify this. You will get the electronegativity value for the fluorine is 3.65. And the next one more important scale used to calculate the electronegativity is Mulliken scale of electronegativity. It is taking the relation between the electronegativity, ionization energy and electron affinity of an atom. The average of the ionization energy and the electron affinity of an atom should be a measure of the electronegativity of the atom, and which can be mathematically represented like this. So the electronegativity in according to Mulliken scale will be equal to ionization energy plus electron affinity divided by 2. Since the Pauling scale is more popular, it is oftenly required to convert the electronegativity value from Mulliken scale to Pauling scale, and it can be done by dividing this expression by 2.8. So on simplification, it will give electronegativity that is equal to ionization energy plus electron affinity divided by 5.6. So by using this formula, we can calculate the electronegativity of an atom. Let me consider a problem. Calculate the electronegativity value of chlorine on Mulliken scale, given that ionization potential or ionization energy is 13.0 electron volt and electron affinity is 4.0 electron volt. Now you consider this expression and substitute the value of ionization energy and electron affinity. Then you simplify it, you will get a value of electronegativity for chlorine is 3.03. So it is in better agreement with the standard value. You take one more scale to calculate the electronegativity, that is Allred Rochow scale of electronegativity. Allred Rochow defined electronegativity as the electrostatic force of attraction exerted by the nucleus of an atom on the valence electrons. So it is making use of the effective nuclear charge on the periphery of an atom. So the effective nuclear charge of an atom can be calculated by the Slater's rule. So it is mathematically represented like this. The effective nuclear charge of an atom will be equal to the actual nuclear charge of an atom minus shielding constant or screening constant. So the actual nuclear charge of an atom is equal to the atomic number. The empirical relation between the electronegativity and the effective nuclear charge is given by this equation. So electronegativity, it is equal to 0.359 into effective nuclear charge divided by r square, where r is the covalent radius of an atom plus 0.744. See, so it is electronegativity and r is covalent radius of an atom in angstrom unit. So by making use of this equation, we can calculate the electronegativity of an atom. Let us consider a problem. Calculate the electronegativity of carbon atom following Allred Rochow approach. The covalent radius of carbon atom is 0.77 angstrom unit. You consider this equation. So effective nuclear charge, it is equal to Z actual minus S. So this will be equal to, so the Z actual, so the actual nuclear charge will be 6 minus, we have to calculate the value of S. For that, you consider the electronic configuration of carbon. It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. There are 6 electrons and they will experience different shielding effect. So the 4 electrons which are present in the second energy level experiences a shielding constant of 0.35. So it should be a 0.35 into 4 electrons plus the 2 electrons which are present in 1s2 atomic orbital experiences a different shielding constant. It is 0.85 into a 2 electron. On simplification, you will get the effective nuclear charge value as 2.90. Now you consider this equation and substitute the value of effective nuclear charge and the covalent radius, that is 0.77 angstrom unit, and simplify it. You will get the electronegativity value for carbon. It is 2.50. Now let me consider the applications of electronegativity. The first one is calculation of partial ionic character of a covalent bond. The development of ionic character in a covalent bond is due to the difference in electronegativities of the bonded atom. Greater the value of electronegativity difference, greater would be the ionic character of a covalent bond. Pauling suggested a correlation between the electronegativity and percentage ionic character of a covalent bond through this equation. That is, percentage ionic character is equal to 18 into difference in electronegativities of the bonded atom raised to the power 1.4. So by making use of this equation, we can calculate the ionic character of a covalent bond. Let me consider an example. The electronegativity difference of the elements in hydrogen fluoride is 1.9. Calculate percentage ionic character of the HF bond. So you consider this equation and you substitute the value of electronegativity difference of the bonded atom, that is 1.9, and on simplification you will get the percentage ionic character, that is 44.12. Electronegativity can also be used to calculate the enthalpies of formation of a compound. So it can be done by using this empirical equation, that is delta HF, it is equal to 23 epsilon, where epsilon is the number of covalent bonds present in a molecule, into the difference in electronegativities of the bonded atom raised to the power 2 minus 55.4 into n of n, where n of n is the number of nitrogen atoms present in a molecule, minus 26.0 into n of O, where n of O is the number of oxygen atom present in a molecule. So we can use this equation to calculate the enthalpy of formation of a compound. Let us take an example. Calculate the enthalpy of formation of beryllium chloride if the values of electronegativity of chlorine and electronegativity of beryllium are 3.1 and 1.5 respectively. So to calculate this, you consider this equation and you substitute the values, that is 23 into 2, epsilon is 2 because there are 2 bonds are present in a beryllium chloride. Then you substitute the values of electronegativity of chlorine and beryllium, and n of n and n of O are 0 because there are no nitrogen and oxygen are involved in the formation of beryllium chloride. On simplification, you will get the enthalpy of formation of beryllium chloride, that is 117.76 kilocalories per mole. The concept of electronegativity can be used to calculate the bond length. Now let us consider a covalent bond formed between the two atoms of different electronegativities. In such cases, a covalent bond acquires some ionic character. In other words, the covalent bond acquires polarity. Greater the polarity, shorter will be the bond length, and it can be calculated by using this equation. So D of AB, that is equal to RA plus RB, where RA and RB are the covalent radius of atoms A and B, minus 0.09 into the difference in electronegativities of the bonded atoms. So by using this equation, one can calculate the bond length. So you consider an example. Calculate the bond distance between NO if the covalent radii of nitrogen and oxygen are 0.75 and 0.74 respectively. The electronegativities of nitrogen and oxygen are 3.0 and 3.5 respectively. So you take this equation, you substitute the values here, and on simplification you will get it is 1.445 angstrom unit. So let us consider one more application. So it can be used in the explanation for a bond angles. Lesser the electronegativity of the central atom in a polyatomic molecule, lesser would be the magnitude of the bond angle. This is because if the electronegativity of the central atom is less, then it would not be able to hold the bonded pair of electrons towards itself. Therefore, the bonded pair of electrons shift towards the other atoms attached to the central atom. As a result of this, the bond pair repulsion decreases, and hence the bond angle also decreases. Let us consider this table. It includes a compound, that is trifluorides of the group 15 elements in a periodic table. Then their electronegativity of the central atom. So it is 3.0, 2.2, 2.2, 2.0 like that. So as the electronegativity of the central atom decreases, the bond angle will also decreases. The concept of electronegativity can be used to explain the diagonal relationship. Let me consider a part of the periodic table. When we move across the periodic table, the electronegativity value increases. When we move down the group, the electronegativity value decreases. When it moves diagonally, these two opposite tendencies cancels each other and the electronegativity value remains almost same. So you consider the diagonally opposite elements like lithium and magnesium. So their electronegativity value is 1.0 and 1.2. If you consider beryllium and aluminium, which are diagonally opposite to one another, their electronegativity value is 1.5 and 1.5. That means to say, when we move diagonally, the electronegativity value remains almost same. As a result of this, they show the similar chemical properties. And the one more, types of bonds. The types of bond formed between any two atoms evidently depends on the electronegativity differences of the bonded atoms. If the electronegativity difference between the bonded atoms is 0 or it is a very small, then the nature of the bond formed is a non-polar covalent. So let me consider this. A bond is formed between two hydrogens, so the electronegativity difference is 0. Or you can consider a bond formed between carbon and hydrogen, so the electronegativities of carbon and hydrogen are comparable, hence the difference in electronegativity values is very small. Hence these type of bond are called non-polar covalent bond. If the bond is between two atoms, so where the electronegativity difference between the atoms is less than 1.7. Say I have considered water molecule here. The electronegativity of oxygen is 3.44. The electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.20. Then the difference is 1.24. So here the bond is a polar covalent bond. So if you consider a bond between the two atoms, they are differ in the large value of electronegativities, just like this. See, the electronegativity of chlorine is 3.0 and the electronegativity of sodium is 0.9. So the difference in electronegativity value is 2.1. It is more than 1.7 and it leads to the formation of ionic bond. So far I am discussed about the different scales used to calculate the electronegativity of an atom and the applications of electronegativity. Hope you understood the concept well. Thank you very much.